Alright, today we're going to be changing our air filter in our 6.7 PowerStroke diesel, and this is going to be the same for 2011 all the way to 2016. So we're going to start by, we're going to unplug this mass air flow sensor here. I'm going to take this little red lock tab and slide it back. I'll use my thumb now. Slide it like back, and then take a thumb, push down this tab, and unplug it. We're going to come down to this little clip here that holds this wiring harness, and I like to set it kind of over here out of the way. And it's got 4 tabs that hold this filter housing down. So I'm going to take a thumb, and it's got 2 more on this side here. I'll pop them off. Okay, and then I like to grab the bottom of the housing here. We're going to tilt it up and then slide it forward. Okay, and then we're going to I like to pick it up and just kind of set it on the battery here. And this is not an OEM. This looks like a Napa Gold, and it is. Also, keep in mind, I've seen several come in, aftermarket air filters. This one, not in particular, but in the past, they'll have a service champ or just a cheap filter in general, and it will cause issues with the mass air setting, mass airflow codes. Seen more so with the service champs than any. So we're going to go ahead and change this air filter. It's not super dirty, but it's a good time to go ahead and replace it. Alright, so we're going to take our new, this is going to be a OEM Motorcraft air filter. Go ahead and slide it in its housing here. It's important to watch the folds on the filter here. You don't want them going on the wrong side over here, so you want to make sure they go down into the hole. Take your hand, kind of make sure it's fully seated, and then we're going to take our lid. It's got these 4 tabs on the back. I'm going to drop it down. We're going to make sure it goes into its little holes on the back side of this housing. Alright, we got that. Push it. Alright, now they're in a hole. It's kind of hard to see. I don't have enough lighting in here. Push it back, and then it just comes down. You want to make sure that your mass airflow wiring isn't in the lid. Seen them come in. Just make sure it's pushed down, and all 4 tabs are in. I'll take our tabs and click it over the lid. Like that. Pretty straightforward. This one's a little difficult here. My hands are kind of large for the little spots they give us to work with. Alright, now you have this air filter minder here. I'll be honest with you, these do not work very well. By the time this little yellow marker, as you can see in here, by the time it makes it, if it starts to move to that first line right there or past it, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you this air filter is dirty. If you wait for it to get down there to the red, it's probably needed an air filter for quite some time. It takes a lot of vacuum in these to pull these air filter minder in, so I don't like to count on them. But if it is pulled down, you're just going to push the center to reset. This one's actually hasn't even moved. So now we got our filter lid down. We're going to take our mass airflow sensor connector. We're going to plug it in like that. Push the lock tab, and then make sure you put the retaining tab back on the lid where it was previously. And that's how you change the air filter on the 6.7 PowerStroke. This is going to be the same for 2011 to 2016.